What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, and we're also going to look at some altcoins. Today's just going to be a little bit of a freestyle. Yesterday, I was here doing some charting on my computer, and right outside of my house, about probably 10 feet from the back part of my house, a tree got struck by lightning, and I've never felt and heard anything like that in my life. And basically, it ripped up the entire tree. It's an oak tree. Guys, I'm just thankful to be here with you with y'all today, because this thing just sent waves through my body that I can't even describe. So I'm just very thankful to be here with y'all today. I've never had lightning strike that close to me before, but this thing just ripped through the tree unbelievably. And this tree is probably 100 years old, and I mean, you can't wrap your arms around it. You get about halfway if you put your arms. I'm about 5'10", and put your arms all the way around it, I get maybe halfway. These are just monster oak trees, and this thing just tore it apart. So thankful to be here with you today, guys. God is good. So I don't really have anything planned in terms of the altcoins. We're just going to roll through some things. We're going to look at my watch list here and just kind of talk about some stuff, okay? So we're going to start with Bitcoin here on the 1-day time frame. There's some things I want to point out to you here. So in yellow, this was our overall downtrend. We have now had a trend line break on heavy volume. That's exactly what we want to see there. Thing I want to talk about is the RSI is already up at 82. So I wouldn't be surprised, this happens a lot of times, if we come back and test that $10,500 that we have broken out through, calm down, take a big deep breath before we move again and try to get to 12,387. But I do believe the direction is up. This has been strong consolidation for a long time. We've now had a trend line break on heavy volume. Also, what we're going to pay attention to is the candle today and what we form. So basically, if we start having, a doji up here, that's going to give just a little bit of a warning that the market may start cooling back down. That's something that we want to be aware of. That sometimes can mark those tops for a time before you breathe, before you make that next move. You always look at that. There's all different types of things. A hanging man candle this could turn into. So we're just really going to have to watch this today, and we're also going to pay attention to see if the close is up above yesterday's close, and that's going to be basically right around where we're at, 11,068 we're going to call it. But if you get one of those things like a hanging man and your RSI on the daily is up in the 80s, 90s, sometimes that can show you that we're going to get a little cool down before we potentially could get moving again, because these are extreme moves, guys. When it happens, don't take them for granted. Normal stock markets sometimes won't move 20% in a year. So just really be grateful for the space that you're in, and that you're in as early as you are. And if you can learn how to trade this stuff, it can be so beneficial to your life. So I really hope that you get something from these videos here. So if you do, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends. We're going to move in to my watch list here, things I'm keeping an eye on. XRP, I'm still in this position. And I told you I've been in since about 0.19588, right around that area. And I've just been slowly getting my stop loss to break even now, letting this ride, because XRP on the 1 day here, we're up above the 200, which is looking great. We're up above our 30, our 60, and our 100. So now, since we've been so depressed, if XRP could end up getting this 100 to cross over top of this 200, that could be a big deal as well. And I'm looking at that. So we're still up above our purple trend line. So for me, this is when I still want to sit in the position, even though our RSI is up around 73. When these altcoins start the run, one of the mistakes I made before was looking too much at indicators. I basically, when I'm not talking with you guys, a lot of times I will shut them down and not even look at them, and just look at price action and what's happening with the candles, and then I'll turn on the RSI, because sometimes you can freak yourself out when it's at 75 and you go, oh, it's not going to go any higher, and then in crypto it pushes up to 96, and that's a huge another extension of 30%, 40%. So I think support, resistance, candles, that type of stuff is going to help you even more than the indicators in terms of overbought, oversold all the time. Okay, so XRP, I want to hold up above this 200 moving average, and that's going to be at 0.20951. It's going to be support, overhead resistance we have to break through at 0.23585. All right, and just continue to stay up above all this stuff. You can see in the technicals here, we have a strong buy that's showing it's because of all the things, all the moving averages and everything we're getting up above. Civic's another one I pay a lot of attention to right now. I won't get too much into this. That's right around 3 cents. Ethereum's cooling off a bit. And right up here, almost one of those doji candles, potentially hanging man candle. We're going to have to see. The one before it was almost like a shooting star candle on some heavier volume. Our RSI is starting to roll over a little bit. We're still at 80. So we're going to have to watch momentum starting to move to the downside a little bit. So this may be an area that we cool down, come back down to $286 is what I want to hold before we potentially can try to get back up over top of $332 is what we'll be looking at. Right up in that area. We get through that, we have a potential window to $417. So things could get really crazy there. You can see right here we do have a buy still for the Ethereum, but like I told you yesterday, in this area here with what's being printed, if you're not in a position, I would want it to cool down, retrace a little bit before I try to get in a position. If you're in a position, you're holding it long term, not financial advice, this is where you want to continue to let it ride. So you can get those big waves, those big extensions that take place in the cryptocurrency space. Okay, so that's Ethereum, guys. That's about $318. If you like me covering that, let me know down low. I look at Qtum here. Litecoin is at $56 right now, like we've talked about when Litecoin runs. It runs hard. Yesterday we were talking about potential resistance of $63. Litecoin still may be able to get up to that area. RSI is at 78 right now. Overall support, it's going to be about $50 we're going to want to hold. You can see we're starting to get some green crosses here as well on the 1 day. That's showing that these moving averages are moving to the upside. They're curling up. They're crossing over each other, that 30 and the 60. And it's looking pretty good there. Okay, we got a buy signal there for Litecoin. So that's Litecoin, guys. If you're in a Litecoin position, let this ride. See if you can potentially get up to $63. A lot of times Litecoin leads the market. And I know my man down there, rest in peace Litecoin, brother. You don't like seeing this action, do you? So next one we're going to get into here, Omisego, $1.55. Just moving sideways. We've had a lot of long wicks, high wave candles up here. So basically I'd want to hold for Omisego. We'd be looking at about $1.37. And then to the upside, these wicks have been extremely long. We'd look to get over top at $2.26. We have lost on the 1 day. Now we're fighting to get back up above this 30 EMA in blue. Is what we're looking at. RSI moving down. We've lost some momentum. So we're just really retracing a little bit with Omisego. Could just be building up, guys, before it makes that next explosive move. Okay, because you can kind of see in the grand scheme of things when you really just zoom out here and take a look. These could be the big waves that start happening just like it happened before. Look at the moves. And we're looking at this on the arithmetic chart today. I wanted to let you all know that as well. We've been on the log so much. And then look at this, Bitcoin Cash, $293. That's running Zcash, looking good. Like I said, that's a position I like to play. It's at $72.42. I'm also in Cron. That's one I'm looking at. Dash, $80, looking great. Guys, it's just nice to see some volume coming back into this market. Link here, I even think got a nice little move. Take a look at this. Link, so the support area I was looking at, that $6.59, it was hit. I didn't take a position in that. Haven't been in a position since my last two. So just patiently waiting. If that does retrace more, potentially down to that $5, that's where I would be looking to be buying potentially. And then also the momentum here, though, it's looking like it is starting to tail up a little bit more. RSI's at 54. So, you know, these are things, guys, it's just exciting to see the volume coming in and the excitement around the cryptocurrency space again. Could it be a massive fake out again? It could. This is crypto. Anything happens, or anything can happen, but it's exciting that we're in it together. We're seeing some swelling volume, some excitement coming back in. But, you know, these are basically the coins I'm looking at, and I just want to share this with you today. If you get some from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless you all. Take care, my friends.